From you to me now, from Alex to Jam.
Okay.
Jam is a character that is like, Jam is my Alex.
Okay.
It's a character that I was playing with since I was very fucking young. Okay? Like, she shaped what I see in characters, what I expect out of characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now she's in Strive.
Well, we knew she was in Strive for a while.
Yeah, we knew this.
I believe she got leaked, or she
got leaked. Yeah, it was the whole Ash Williams situation.
I don't know anything about her gameplay. I'm pretty sure like the rest of Strive is going to be unremarkable. So
we're not just trying to be negative. I want to get this across that we're not just trying to be negative.
Well, let me say this, and I've said this multiple times. I don't hate Strive.
No, Strive is the lesser out of
all the modern games.
Bunch of shitty evils.
Strive has a lot of dumb shit, and Strive is literally one of the problems with modern day fighting games. But Strive is more of a personal assault to me than like I think Street Fighter 6 gameplay and the way Street Fighter 6 carries itself is an issue across fighting games as a whole. Strive is more of a personal issue. I don't hate Strive as a game. I still think Arxis can still make interesting characters despite them
choosing not to.
No, they still do, despite them diminishing what those characters used to do. But I still think Arxis is still capable of making interesting characters, I guess now at a limited scope. Biken is still interesting. Gold Lewis is interesting as a character.
Mechanic. He has a rope mechanic.
Jacko.
She has a rope mechanic.
Jacko's changes makes her still interesting.
I do like Jacko.
Happy Chaos is an interesting character. So I'm not saying
broken. He was broken. I'm not sure if he still is broken.
Now, I'm not saying they do everything perfect, but when it comes to the idea of honoring Guilty Gear characters being weird, I guess you could say they're weird for a casualized game.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
So that part is still honored. So I don't want to walk around and say I hate everything about Strive. On the other hand, I hate everything about Strive.
Listen, I think of Strive on the same way we think of MK. It's not a hyper terrible game. We just hate the direction. Street Fighter 6, we don't like the game.
When it comes to Strive to me tries its hardest to take away everything anybody has ever loved about old Guilty Gear.
Yes. It's a tourist game.
And that's my problem. Well, that's what fighting games are in general. They're not designed for fighting game players. They're designed for tourists. But we get into that, whatever, right?
Okay.
My problem with Strive isn't the fact that characters are dumbed down or some of the cooler mechanics are taken out or the nuances are literally not there, like character weight, just how moves work in general. I get all that. My core problem, it feels ashamed. It feels embarrassed. It feels like it needs to correct being used to be one of the greatest fighting games ever made. When it came to character design, when it came to character expression,
music,
when it came to system mechanics, when it came to graphics, when it came to music, when it came to a lot of things, Guilty Gear was the front runner in my head for a lot of those things early on. Even with game modes, Guilty Gear was ahead of the curve of everybody else. Mom mode, the typical survivor time attack,
coin mode,
had an in-depth story mode. It had, not anything I would listen to. I don't know the Guilty Gear story from like your ass, but still it's there. It's appreciated. We had our fun with it.
Yeah.
It had like EX characters. It had a lot of things to find. It had a lot of things to do. It had a lot of things to unlock. A lot of stuff that people attribute early NRFs for being successful for.
And you gotta look at it like this also. We're coming from a time where it's like the late 90s to like the early 2000s onward, right?
Yeah.
Where games didn't have online. So imagine how stacked Guilty Gear, like Double X and shit was, if we did not have online and it still satiated us. For years, all these other fighting games satiated us. It was a surprise when we were playing Double X to find out that it was a new version of another game.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Accent Core?
We've been playing Double X for 5 years. Oh shit, Accent Core? Oh, drop another 15 years.
Oh, there's another version of Accent Core that's way worse?
Accent Core Plus. But you know what I mean? It's like we coming from a time where these games had to be made to last. Not just last in the next DLC. Not just last in the next game. So when I was looking at Jam's trailer in general, right? I've seen nothing that stood out with the character. I barely remember the trailer.
Yeah, it is a forgettable trailer.
Mind you, I'm gonna say this again. Jam is my character. I was playing Jam since Double X. if it's any, when she arrived, what game she arrived in?
He's playing Jam since X.
Well, X, you know what I mean. But what game was she in? What was that? R? Was that R or
Plus R?
Plus R. What was one?
She's in all of them. What are you talking about?
No, what I mean is she was DLC.
Revelator?
Revelator. No, wait.
Yeah.
Damn,
why would she be DLC in a game that come out in 2006?
I'm not talking. I forgot the name of the game. Shut up. I forgot the name of the game. So what I'm saying is, when her trailer dropped in that game, I got excited.
Did you cry like that dumb biking guy? Bike is in Strive, guys.
Wasn't biking in the last game?
He was in X3. What the fuck are you talking about?
He's just waving his hands at his eyes. Mascara running.
Yeah.
Fucking goon again.
Man, I wish I can find that video. Like that pissed me off so hard. This bitch I love biking, but I don't like her new dumb design and boob design, but biking was going for one fucking, anyway, look, besides the point, Jam.
I've seen nothing that really stood out. Now,
the big thing is her design.
Yeah, but we won't get on that because I barely remember that too. You have to explain that to me like you explained it to a fucking child, because I don't understand what the beef is.
Explain Jam to me as if I was a newborn baby.
I've seen nothing gameplay wise that stand out about the character, and that's not a bad thing. That's not saying she's badly designed.
We don't know how she's designed.
We don't know. We're gonna wait for the treehouse.
If she's anything like Slayer, I'm gonna shit my pants.
We don't know. I don't know about any of that. So right now, since I don't know what's going on for gameplay, I guess when they actually do show the gameplay, we could go over it.
I guess we could.
But for now, let's get into the design bullshit, because you seem like this really stick in your craw.
No, it's not even that. Like I don't even think. Well, okay. So like this is another one of these pontification things where Strive to me, and it's been a while since I've seen Strive, but like Strive to me just feels like they're on a mission to make anything that was remotely cool. And like I said earlier, like a couple seconds ago, did they take anything that was remotely cool in the older games and just sand it down to the most bland, most safest thing possible? You seen that with Queen Dizzy. Dizzy had a cool fucking costume that was metal, and you can say, oh, her tits was out. Oh, she had a skirt. Leave gooning behind. This whole complaint about character designs isn't about gooning. I don't give a fuck that Jam had different panties on. The only thing I hated about her exterior design was her stupid, giant, ugly-looking breasts.
But she still looked like Jam.
But at least she still looked like Jam. The additions to the costume were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, so going back to Dizzy, this is not about gooning. It's just about Dizzy looking cool. And sometimes having less clothes makes you look cool.
All right, to be fair, she is Queen Dizzy now.
But when
she's not like Goon Bait.
But Leo's a king.
G-Cup Dizzy.
Leo's a king, and Leo looks cool.
Yeah, but Leo's a guy.
Is there any other Queen characters you can think of?
In the world of
fighting game? In a world of fighting.
Shut up, this is a joke.
Lydia's a queen, kinda.
No, she's not.
She's a ruler.
She's a prime minister or some shit
okay,
like
but
that.
she's a leader or something, and she looks cool, and she's still dressed up in a certain way.
What I'm saying is,
bad example.
If she's a queen, right? She do look the part. If it, like, here's what I'm going with. Jam is usually like a waitress type of situation.
Yeah, she's a chef.
Like a chef waitress. You know what I mean?
She's a chef. What's a chef waitress?
She cook like she's
a chef.
Like a food cart.
She's a chef.
Like a food cart.
It doesn't matter what kind of chef she is.
No,
she's a
but
chef.
it's not what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
What I'm saying is she's not
cook waitress. What the fuck?
She's not a professional owner. That's what I'm trying to say.
She needs the money. She needs the money from whatever Get the Gear story is to open up a restaurant.
She spent it on boob money.
Yeah, she spent it on the boob job.
That's our lord.
That's my lord. Yeah.
So that's why she's shaking the piggy bank in the beginning of Rev and shit.
Wasted all my restaurant money on these titties.
On these titties,
these goddamn titties. My back hurt.
So,
but I did it.
She's not a official restaurateur.
I guess not.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So the way I don't remember the way she looked. God, I need to look at a picture.
Restaurateur?
Yeah, like a restaurant owner. Like she owns a restaurant.
I'm sure we were getting a bunch of terms wrong.
I'm pretty sure that's the term. Restaurateur.
Okay, man. All right, I'll take your word for it. Go ahead.
If you in the comments tell us what it is, please. One person word, restaurateur. So I could see this design if she owns a restaurant now. Like, it's growth in the character. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying there can't be a logic to it, right? I think anything you can apply a logic to it.
You keep bitching about the jacket.
What I'm saying is,
I gotta look up the design. Okay,
it's
you talk while I look up the design.
It's like, okay,
talk.
It's like, okay, Here's like Jam is essentially wearing what. Okay,
sorry if you hear typing. Here we go right here. That's the trailer, though.
Had a Jam. The way I view Jam in the past, right? She was more okay. This is gonna be an odd example, right? So you know in Pokemon, there's the trio. There's an off-brand trio of.
I like how they showed me like the better design.
I like how
is this it right here?
Essentially,
no,
that's essentially.
She like Lyche.
That's what they did. Essentially, they made her Lyche kind of whatever she was in Blazblue.
I like how I typed in Get the Gear Strive and then it giving me not narrow.
Anyway, look.
Go ahead.
So this is gonna be a weird example, but don't follow me, okay?
All right.
Don't you know how Pokemon? I know we like to say Pokemon has this weird off-brand trio of like Jinx, Electabuzz, and Magmar, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I always pictured Jam, Anji, and like old school Potemkin as kind of like a similar trio of just blandly designed filler guys. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't know if Potemkin is blandly designed.
No. But he was just a guy with a no shirt.
Oh, you mean old Potemkin,
old
not Panzerfrost.
Not Panzerfrost Potemkin. I'm talking about old Potemkin when he's just a black guy.
We're not dumb. We know.
Yeah, we know Arceus. You can't fool us. But you know, I always kind of picture though. You can add Milia to that kind of sort of like this trio or just this group of characters who don't really stand out as much as like a Chip or a Soul or a Testament, old school Testament. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're kind of like these middle characters, right? So Jam's design has never been like something to be hoop and hollering about. It's always just been a workhorse design that made her stand out. The hoop hair, the long sleeves, the long like little, I don't know what they call it, like the little sleeves she has. It was nothing massive about it, but it had enough appeal, right? And then X-Third gave her the big dumb breasts. But,
no, they did a lot more than that.
But you know,
she had the cool sleeves and everything. No. She looked really cool in that.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jam looked cool, but she never stood out.
Yeah.
Amongst the cast of Guilty Gear. Like I said, Anji, Potemkin, old school, Milia, and Jam kind of floated in that middle area, which I could understand why when they reintroduced Potemkin and Milia back into Guilty Gear, the 3D games, they got a redesign to kind of fit more in line of what a Guilty Gear character should look like.
So is Jam the Jinx in this situation?
Don't worry about what Pokemon she is.
Well,
right?
okay.
I'm just saying. I'm just using that for a weird example. Like kind of characters who have a fan base, but they don't really stand out.
Yeah.
Where somebody be like, I'm a fan of Electabuzz. And you kind of like, oh, okay, I guess, but why? Something like that, right? What was Jinx sound in Pokemon? I've been saying Jinx.
Jinx. This is y'all though. You should give Brock a blowjob.
Magmar. Anyway,
okay, go ahead.
I'm getting distracted because this is how bland Jam is, right? I understand why Jam kind of needed a redesign, but you always had a workhorse design. Now, this isn't about gooning. I don't know what the fuck gooning is, like in and out of itself. This is not about porn or about sex appeal or anything. This Jam design, like Jam had an edge to it, especially in X-Third. Ignoring the tits, Jam had a edge to it.
All right, I'm looking at her now.
Yeah. What do you think?
Keep talking. I need to process this shit. So what would you about to say?
So there was an edge to Jam's design. Like it still kind of was that same kind of okay-ish design. She wasn't as loud as Dizzy or anything like that, but it was still an okay-ish design where she looked cool. And my point is, Jam had a very modest, panties aside, Jam had a very modest design in Guilty Gear, right? Borderline, you could say bland. Would you agree with that?
Not bland, but generic.
I'm not saying bland as if it was bad.
It was basic.
It was a very basic design. It was nothing really.
It was cool enough to be like she looks cool, but not cool enough for her to stand out.
And this is my problem in a weird roundabout way this conversation is going. This is my problem with Jam and Guilty Gear Strive as a whole.
Why is she wearing a jacket?
So she has.
Is she wearing Kai's jacket?
I don't know. She has this very elaborate, like Chinese dress on.
I
don't even hate the dress underneath, right? Because like I said, this is not about her panties or anything like that. It's just, why is she wearing that big hot ass fucking jacket underneath that thick ass like whatever she's wearing as like her shirt is zip up. So
is it? Oh yeah, I see the zipper.
So why? It just feels like she had a core design, and then they were like, "Whoa, are those elbows? That's too sexy. Put on the jacket."
We can't do that because we're LGBTQ now.
It's the same thing with I Know. It just feel like, whoa, is that midriff? Is that okay? Well, put a jacket on it.
They did put a jacket on Eno.
So
they put a jacket on everybody.
Strive, Dizzy, jacket. You get her costume, but it's
Kai, Soul,
jacket. Oh man, Soul showing muscles.
Slayer,
jacket. Well, yeah.
Coat, but trench coat, but a form of overclothes.
So don't you know how we always joke about Exter having an affinity for butt capes?
Yeah.
This is Stride's butt capes. The jacket.
Are you sure that's I don't think that's a jacket.
A jacket. Look at what she's wearing. It's red and then it turns white.
Yeah, but it looked like it's fused with her clothes.
That's just the way Gear to Gear clothes work.
Her name on there, I think that's what they say.
So you know what I mean? If it was just like the costume, I'd be okay with that.
Because it looked like without the white, it felt like that costume would be very cool.
She's over designed.
Because I feel like the white is kind of
the jacket literally takes everything over the edge.
Jam's, I like the bunny too, but I like bunnies. But Jam's core colors was like red and I guess that pinkish white
red
color.
And brown, essentially red and brown. That was her color. Her hair was the biggest part of her body, and then the costume was red or mauve or whatever you want to.
She was very complimented, but it's like the white is kind of like
it just like
that's why they gave her the white.
Why?
That's why because of the rabbit. Because of the rabbit.
I don't care. What I'm saying is,
how can you not care? It's how character design work.
Ignore the rabbit.
Well, that's why they gave her white.
Ignore the rabbit.
Okay.
We're looking at Jam.
If Jam looked like this by herself without the accessory,
oh my fucking god!
Shut up.
Forget about the goddamn rabbit.
Go ahead.
I'm not talking about the rabbit.
All right.
What I'm saying is, look at Jam. Ignore the rabbit. The white, the big ass, thick ass jacket they throwing on her makes no fucking sense to her design.
Now, how big is jacket? Now, I see it like it's hard to tell with this render.
It's a jacket.
It's like, is it a Full Boy jacket?
It's not a duster. It's a jacket. It's
like the waist high.
It's like the same thing Soul has. It's like a big, like normal.
Oh, it's a giant jacket.
It's a 2X jacket.
Oh, shit.
So they got Jam's like signature like sleeves tucked underneath this fucking jacket. Like, why is the jacket there? It's only there because for some reason you think her shoulders are problematic. This is what I'm talking about. What the fuck is Strive doing?
I mean, I'm surprised they still got like Jacko and shit looking the same.
Yeah,
but Jacko's main character design was her hips and ass anyway.
It's just super weird for me how they take anything fun with a design and get rid of it. It's too sexy. It's too dangerous. We can't titillate our LGBTQ friends, right? And I'm not saying there's anything like that. Be gay, right? I don't give a fuck about you being gay.
I don't give a fuck about you being gay.
Or trans.
I don't give a fuck about you being trans.
I really hate what they did to Testament.
Here's the thing.
Put that aside.
Here's the thing about that. Only thing I care about that is start ruining our shit. You can have your own shit. Why do y'all come and ruin ours?
So my issue isn't that Strive panders to these crowds, and that's fine. They need some pandering too, right?
No, they don't.
I don't have an issue.
They don't need no.
It's only
Listen,
fair. It's only
they
fair.
don't need no. They don't need pandering. They need shit to call their own. Instead of making Testament a androgynous sissy boy, you could have just made another character who was trans, and they had a character all their own. You feel me?
That's not my point. What I'm saying is.
Go ahead, back to Jam.
What I'm saying is, I don't mind that if that's what he wants to pander to, but own it. If you're gonna make Get the Gear gay, make it the gayest game possible.
Like JoJo.
Make it gay. At least make the designs interesting, is what I'm saying. If Soul came out in a battle thong with the flame seal covering his crotch, and it's super gay, and he's lathered in baby oil,
and Grand Viper, he thrusts his dick out.
I would hate it, but at least it looked interesting. You took one of the coolest looking characters, the coolest looking protagonists, and turned him into a guy in a shirt. You turned Kai, and I don't care how you feel about Kai. Kai had a cool like clothes on in the older Get the Gear games. Now he's a guy in a shirt.
Well, he's a king now. He's a gear.
Slayer looks cool, but it's really hard not to make him look cool.
Yeah. To be fair, you could have just put a trench coat on the last Slayer and he still would look cool.
There was nothing wrong with Aino's old costume.
And I think Mil will look cool.
And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with Aino's new costume. I quite liked it. Once again, if it didn't have the fucking jacket on,
she was cold.
It'll probably look a lot better. Milia, whatever. I never liked Traffic Cone Head. I don't really care about this new Milia. Particular is Panzerfrost. He's been Panzerfrost for the last 10 years.
He's been Panzerfrost in Schoolgirls.
What else we got? Anji looks like Anji. So I'm not saying it's all like terrible across the board, but it just seems as though, well, if it's a guy, they're allowed to be sexualized. If it's a girl, you got to dress them all head and toe up and down. Every girl is dressed head to toe up and down.
God, could you imagine if Testament looked like exactly like Slash?
I've always said
sick.
If they had any balls and if they really wanted to make a statement, Testament would keep his really like buff, like lean buff design, like a man, look like a man. Like he would have wore exactly what he wore in Strive. That would have said a lot more than just making him a titless girl.
What about Bridget?
What about Bridget?
They got rid of all the personality in Bridget. That's amazing.
Bridget's what, really trans now?
Which Bridget is a girl design that they calling the boy.
Yeah, but now he's like he's trans, right? He's not like a boy in a girl's costume. He's trans now.
He got the snip.
He's quote unquote whatever the fuck trans means. He's that.
That's dumb.
I think he's a now.
Isn't the whole point of Bridget is about identity?
Wait.
What?
Wait. Is Bridget in Strive? Is Bridget a girl who got a dick? Right? So Bridget's retconned to be a girl, but
I have no clue.
Or is Bridget a boy who dresses like a girl? Because you can only have it two ways.
Okay, like this. For example, other than his sprite in older games, right?
Yeah.
Which clearly couldn't have like a ton of detail. His artwork always depicted him as a boy who is dressed like a girl.
Yeah. Now in Strive, they say he's trans.
In Strive,
so that has to be a girl.
They had to make him Gooner bait. So they made him a girl design and was calling him a boy. But he got to be Gooner bait.
What I'm saying is though, that means that Bridget in Strive is a girl with a dick, not like a lady boy, but however that works. When the girls make the transition to be the boys, right?
Trans man.
So they get their puss and they put like a hot dog in there, right? I don't know how they do it. Like they take somebody's toe
in the microwave.
They take somebody's toe and they fucking sew their pussy around it. So what I'm saying is, Bridget is legitimately like a trans girl.
I have no clue.
Or is it a trans man? This shit is confusing. Anyway, look, all I'm saying is, if Guilty Gear wants to be gay, be gay. Make your designs interesting. I don't know how Jam plays. I don't like that big dumb white jacket. She look like she's hot. I'm not like hot sexy. She look like she's legitimately uncomfortable in that goddamn thing. Fucking free her shoulders. Nobody's gonna goon now. People goon over armpits. Whatever. I don't know what that's about. Okay, goon over her armpits. Give people something, because this design is not cutting it, Chief.
Hashtag put Jam's coat on a hanger.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Closet man? Jam's coat.
It's so dumb.
Well, they are getting costumes.
They are?
Yeah. I think they're getting costumes. Wouldn't that be hilarious if they gave her old costume and put a coat over it?
Yeah. No. They'll give her old costume and she'll just have these big ass jeans.
Oh no, Shankos, whatever they call it.
She'll have the Kid Rock fucking shirts on. Not the Kid Rock. She'll have the fucking Fred Durst jeans on. The jorts.
they give her a coat to put a FUBU jacket over it.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. It all started when I lost my mother. I don't see kind of.
Oh, she like super Chinese now, but this is her first like Japanese English voice actor, I think.
Yeah, it is. I don't mind that. They always said she was had an accent.
Like she what is that? What is Japanglish for Chinese?
She's not. She's Japanese or Chinese?
Chinese.
Is that a Hank Hill joke? Or are you Japanese or Chinese? Is she Chinese? I think she's Chinese.
Yeah.
So and if I remember from her dialogue in like story mode,
she was very half English.
She always had that broken English style of talking. So I don't mind the voice. Oh, can we talk about her theme before we wrap up?
Oh, you mean, okay. So Jam is a character that always have some of the hardest themes in the fucking game. Like blood pumping themes, like themes that get you hyped for the fight. Now she has a girl theme. Like May.
Cooking, but I don't cook for men. I wish I had a nice penis to cook for, but it has to be for a girl. Cause that's every Strive music. But you gotta do like a 10-minute intro.
You gotta do what's his name?
Who?
The composer.
Dasuke?
You gotta get Dasuke to come in and be like,
I want girl dick. I love boy dick. We're shreds.
Okay, we politics instead of game.
But yeah, man, her theme is it's the same thing I had with May, right? May had a really cool theme in classic Guilty Gear, and then they just turned it to girl. I want a girl.
God, it's been years since I heard that theme. Maybe because she's not meta, but it's been years since I heard.
They turned it into like
that's
generic,
what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go listen to the Shroud themes.
They turned it into generic girl slump, and Jam is the same thing. I'm not saying Jam had the best music in Guilty Gear. She probably did. She had one of the better themes in the game.
Yeah.
And like in an X30, that shit was hard. And in this X30, X30, that shit was hard as fuck. That shit was hard. And I'm not saying like I'm a big fan of X30's music, but Revelator really corrected a whole lot of that stuff. So it's weird how they get the same. It sound like they get the same bitch who did the main music just to burpee into the mic about how
feminine she is, how she don't like men dick, she want girl dick.
Flowers and toys and panties.
But deep inside, I'm lonely. I got a rabbit now.
And I need a man to cook with, but this is 2026, so I need a girl because I'm gay. And that's like, I hate May's theme in fucking Strut. I hate every girl theme in Strut.
No, ABBA's is pretty good.
ABBA's good. ABBA's the best. Biking is a 10-hour intro, and I don't give a fuck. That's just like a Symphony X song.
How fast drive matches go? By the time you finish the intro, the match over.
Yeah, the first like real riff was like slash. Okay, well, dude. Good thing characters take 500 damage per pull. Who else we got? Like whatever girl.
All right, listen. I don't hate every theme in Strife.
Oh well, no, yeah, I like what's her name? Giovanna's
Eno's theme is pretty cool.
Ino's theme is okay, I guess.
Like Milia's theme is good.
I don't like Milia.
Milia is the only theme that sounds
Milia is girl theme, but it's edge girl.
Yeah, but was better than girl theme.
No, but it's still the same. It's the same lyrics, but it's just a girl sounding slightly.
It's not, dude. You're just being biased.
It's the same tone.
It's the same tone.
It's just emo girl talk. It's slightly perturbed emo girl talk.
Just like everybody theme society.
So instead of love, it's I hate myself. I need a man to save me. Fuck it. And that's what it is. It's fucking, that's what it is.
That's not what it is, dude.
That's what Milia's theme is. It's like, oh, I hate myself. Every positive thing you can say about a girl theme in Strive, you just invert it and it's a Milia theme.
What about Venom's?
Venom's theme is fucking great. I like Venom's theme. I don't hate every theme in Strive. Like some of them sometimes borderline on good.
Oh, and Jacko.
I don't like Jacko's theme.
I like bits of Jacko's theme, but Jacko is like, Jacko Turtle girl theme. And Jacko had a really good theme.
Every girl has got a theme downgrade in Stripe. Even Ino has a downgrade, in my opinion. It's not bad because it's voiced by a fucking guy, but it's still Strive burping into the mic.
It's Dasuke.
But anyway, we gotta move on.
Yeah, okay, let's move on to the next subject. All right.
Team Crossbody. All right.